Okay, we can get some extra settlers. Great. That's going to be a massive boon to us right now. Eager settlers will unfortunately disappear soon. They are now starting to colonize a little bit more, which is, you know, causing me to worry a little bit. What are you going to do? Not much we can fortunately do about it. We can now get one of these. I'm going to expand the royal court, I think. I think that makes the most sense out of all of these. Expand the royal court. Reduce the independence of the we'll protect their independence. The church is valuable to us. We will protect them. So we've got 25 more years to get 6 more buildings. Of which, if we, you know, continue to build up our money there, we'll be fine. And then 3 more provinces, and then we'll be able to get this in 95. I don't think we're going to get this because it's obviously forts and that. I always forget this is forts and not just owning the territory. Because owning the territory would be far simpler, of course, but yeah, it's getting a fort. Oh well, we'll get it done. Yeah, the Albanians still don't have their own mission tree, which I hope they do get at some point. It'll definitely be very good for them. A grand ball in Alesia? Nah, I'm good. Money needs to stay in our... needs to go in our pocket right now. Turn the fort off, but yeah, the devastation, the local fort needs to be on to get rid of it. You know what? It's fine. We'll put these on. I want to get this down as quick as possible. Anatomical theater. We'll just do lose innovation for now. I think it was just these 3, wasn't it? Yeah, so that fort right there is going to help massively. So if we build a fort here, Albanians expanded to new lands. The Albanian populace have expanded their control zone to include another province. The province was previously empty, so no harm was done to our nation. The natives do not complain either. The Albanians simply settle, fortify, and isolate themselves as much as possible, keeping into account the lands used by the natives. They breed like rabbits, but then again, so do we, as we all must in this savage land. Manhattan now gets a... that's perfect. I mean, you do you, bro. You keep going. You're doing me an absolute solid. Also, I don't need that fort on there. It does help, but it doesn't help enough to, you know, justify turning it on. That extra 0.5 gold will help us build the last 4 buildings to get this, which will also then help us monetarily. Cannot wait to get a true nation done. It's such like an important mission to hit, and the sooner we hit it, the stronger we bounce from it. Like, don't get me wrong, we're going to be stupidly powerful either way, but it's nice to get more powerful quicker. And we could get a loan, but I don't think a loan's going to be worthwhile. Colonizing there to attack them might be worthwhile, actually. They'll build a spy network there. But after we're done here, we're going to colonize there, so I can take these guys out. Should soon be at the next tech, which is great. The Renaissance is very slowly going here. We can't obviously force it to grow any quicker. Let's keep them mute. Slowly but surely get these guys converted. Oh yeah, I forgot. We can do one other thing with the clergy, which is where is it? Enforce unity of faith. It'll speed up the conversions as well. Beautiful. A rebel uprising? Well, it's unfortunate, but it does mean I'm going to have to pay for our men. They're going to rebel there. There's a pretty high chance it's just going to happen, so even if we station our troops there, still looking at a 0.9% chance. Sorry, 0.9 of a year before it happens. State you. Always worth staying ahead of states right now. Send a colonist there. Get us ready to start conquering you. It also will help us with money as well. Money being obviously the other big factor. If we provoke them, let's provoke them. They spawned in a province that was not their own. And that actually hurt me more than it should. It could. I was hoping it would. That took a lot of that took a lot out of us, manpower wise. So we're gonna turn off our thing for now and just let our manpower pool go back up to max, but also, you know, bring in the money. Sure, whatever. Okay, we'll war in the north. The hostilities between the Norse colonies has reached the breaking point, with war now being declared for the title of the true heir of Ericsson. Yeah, you are growing too quickly down there. I do not appreciate what you're doing. You need to chill. Also, I need to not be spending money. Okay, fair enough. I will urbanize. That's gonna take some of my money. A Hellulandic invasion of Strumford. Lacking a distinct land route, the Vikings of Helluland invaded the Martlandic province of Strumford. In the end, the defending force of Markland pursued the opposing forces back to Hokur, capturing the port and surrounding the provinces in the interest, surrounding the provinces. As usual, it looks like on the side of the fence you're on, the fall of Kalbadir. After almost a month of bloody siege warfare, Marklanded forces managed to overwhelm the defenders of Kalbadir and seize the city, thus ending the Northern War. With the war between the Norse colonies finished, we now have received a new proposition from the There's fucking jumping about or something. What the fuck? We have now received a proposition from the victors' merchants. They wish to establish a continuous trade between our two nations. We wish to continue it. And Vinland formed. It seems the Northerners have pressed their so-called ancient right to call their nation Vinland, their name from the continent, and now claiming the land surrounding them as their own. The arrogance. If we look at this is what they claim to be theirs. We are going to try and respect it early on, as long as they don't touch our land. They touch our land, that's where we become a little less, respecting of their land. Turn our men off, and we'll leave our fort on. But yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to, just sit here making money. Unfortunately, do I have 10,000 men? There. I'm going to assume the tribes there are still pretty strong. Now we could have 12,000 men if I, wanted to risk it. I don't want to risk it. So we're not going to have that many men. But, we could. It's the fact that the option is there is what's important. 2 more cities and we're golden on that one. On this one, wait. Oh, you're just not as happy with me. That's fine. A Grand Cothorn. Scholars have discovered a Hellenistic book dating back to before the destruction of Carthage, describing the architecture of the famous Grand Harbor known as a Cothon. Some scholars suggest that this is mostly made up or originates primarily from aggrandized stories, as ancient historians had a tendency to do. Nevertheless, the design seems very interesting, and building a great new harbor district would boost the wealth of our port in the Daimyo Falkis tremendously, since the demand for trade is steadily rising. Now, only we need the men for the job. Unfortunately, we will not be building that, as well, we I don't have the money. And right now, building another fort right here is vastly more important, because it confers manpower as well as protection. You are legitimately getting out of control, and I am all for it, because it's going to make this far more amusing when I beat you. Or far more interesting when I lose. One of those two. But then again, we have our dear friend Save Scum on our side. Because who doesn't like a little bit of save scumming? I'm joking, no one likes save scumming. But it's something people do, Conversion of heretics successful. Let's keep going. Complaints about official. We'll just lose legitimacy, it's fine. What's the worst that could happen on the 0 legitimacy, apart from the fact that it absolutely makes everything suck? Apart from that, it's fine. Yeah, this Church Inquisition is absolutely wrecking us. It's beautiful. A bountiful harvest, yeah. And planned metropolis, yes please. And now we get never again falter. In the moment of prosperity, the Romans lost focus on their defenses, watering down their armies with poorly trained foreign recruits until hardly any of the elite Roman forces remained. With the decline of both our ancestor empires, we must be aware of this and never drop our guard. Following will apply to our subjects as well, an extra 20% for defense, which is why we want to build forts as well. And it's also a little cheaper now. The expedition of Basilios Zanos. Expelios Zanos is a young noble in the imperial house and has been known in the palace for being a masterful friend and an avid student of ancient Hellas. He has gained some influence in the court recently, most notably in the selective recruitment from the army to create a rather large personal retinue. Although ordinarily this may be a threat, his relatively minor status in the court has kept his retinue from growing too large. Now, however, Balserios has made his intentions clear. He has come to the council of Eostinus III for support in an expedition to the lands beyond the Cyclades. He has apparently heard rumors from the Papori that far to the south lie cities made from gold, ruled by vengeful gods. Although it is never directly said, it is clear he intends to leave whether or not we support it. Go with my blessing. I don't have any money to give you. I spent it all. And I certainly don't have manpower, as I need that too. New Sparta. Your kinsman, Basilos, has landed with his army in what he calls Laconia. He has now already shown himself a capable commander, seizing the coast and establishing New Sparta after the ancient city of legend. Having renamed himself Leonidas, he seeks to mimic that hero who conquered the Barbari against all odds. May God be with him. Have fun! You know, you do you, bud. They don't like my army strength. I have, like, way more men than you. Oh, wait. Oh! No, I don't. No, I don't. No, okay, I somehow have misread something on a game I've played a lot of. That is, that's embarrassing. A little bit embarrassing. Yeah, a little embarrassing. We're also going to be given access to this soon, which is going to be really nice. And throw this in the capital in a minute. In a couple of months, we'll have that. Oh, a little bit longer than a couple of months. The Renaissance is not the furthest away, but it's not the closest either. We've got 20 years to achieve the goals I want to achieve, which I actually will be honest is more than enough to get these two done. Not enough to build all the forts I want, but you know, we can't win them all. You won't share maps with me, so why would I share maps with you, game? Come on now. Okay. Let's go, go play hard to get with these guys. Even more now that I've built that. Wow. This isn't best built in Elysia, best built in Ivos. Well, sure. I'll build it there. Why not? Wherever it's best is that where we'll build it. So apparently we're still a little bit off. There we go. That's 9 buildings in our capital region. So close. So damn close. So dyes here will be produced. Is better than fur, definitely. Iron here, which is... I can take or leave that, to be fair. Wine in Odessus. I will take that, definitely. And naval supplies in Ivos, but I'm pretty sure it also gives, yeah, building the Grand Province, building the Grand Coifon will give it +2 locally goods produced. Music off. I need to go grab my meds. The House of Amenius. Okay. We have an absolutely horrible air. Yeah, I'm going to disappear for like 2 seconds while I go tip my meds. So I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Right. Just let me get comfortable again. All right, let's keep going. So yes, we were going to do a war against this lovely little bastard. So let's shoot. See, you actually have 5,000 men here. That's more realistic. Unhappiness amongst the clergy. That's fine. You just keep being unhappy. My prestige... I don't need prestige. So the goal of this is to take the money. That's all I care about. And obviously we're going to take the province because, you know, it's there. But the main goal is money. Roman vassal up there would actually not be too bad, to be fair. I mean, think about it. Getting a vassal up there now is... I'm actually okay with that, actually. I think that's a solid idea, Joe. Pat on the back there for great idea. Yeah, the only army left is theirs as well, so all we have to do is destroy their army and we're golden. They have a claim on that as well, which means we could even grow into their claim for them. Summon the militia? Nah, we're good. The militia is not necessary. Off we go. Okay, that's when their army's going to pull off. That's fine. All we need to do, as long as their army doesn't exist, I don't mind. Right, they're dead. Okay, bring our army home. We'll let our vassal siege. The Atlantic Island. With our new policies to encourage exploration of the world, some of our explorers reported spotting a small island in the Atlantic in their seemingly futile quest eastwards. This has certainly encouraged our explorers to continue exploring even further east to no avail at this time. So they suggest investigating the possibility of a forward outpost there to increase the range of our vessels. Seems like a lonely place. The shipwrecked survivors. One of our ship's captains came in contact with familiar-looking people on the island in the Atlantic. From the stories he gathered from these people, it would seem that they used to be a part of a great expedition, was stranded after a strong storm. Needless to say, everyone in the Romani knows of the stories of our people's past, and news spread quickly that the lost were found. A glorious day for our people. Prepare a ship. I wish to meet them. I'm not the person they know, but I am someone. The people of Lanphanopolis. As soon as your ships land on the island, the people of Lanphanopolis, the stranded city, the lost city, gather around and greet you with great joy. Most seem somewhat malnourished, but none of them are in too bad a shape. They seem to have done well for themselves and established a small, sustainable economy based on fishing, agriculture, and some goat herding. The leader of the people comes forward and invites you to join them in the meager feast they prepared. The people rejoice, seeing as you brought along gifts of food of your own. Everyone is terribly impressed with how well the Romana has fared, and the people shout your name. They want to join our realm and are clearly enthusiastic about it. Welcome then with open arms. Welcome home. Welcome home, dear vassal of ours. Welcome home. How are you at 9%? My reputation is pretty bad. That is true. Okay, I'm currently at my limit. This is going to put me one over my limit. Do it anyway. Liberty Desire, that's fine. They can have a Liberty Desire all they want. Doesn't help them. Pay for that. Turn my forts off. Turn my army off. How many buildings we got left to build in? We've got left to build before we're considered golden. 2 more. Can't build you. I can build barracks. So we'll build 1 barracks and then we'll build. Well, we can't build another 4 in the region, so we'll have to build something else. We'll probably build like a thing. A mining accident. Hold the construction, that's fine. You will eventually like me, friend. It is going to happen. Especially if I gave them this land. That would also put us at war with them as well, which means even more money. It's a great idea, Joe. How did I, you know what? I'm so smart. Hey, right, Subaru-kun, how am I? Alive. I'm hoping you're alive too, friend. We've had a very good start to the stream today. Very grain raids. I will issue a form of apology for the sake of my prestige already sucks. And my legitimacy is oh, fuck. My legitimacy is ass. One more building. And one more province. And we're golden. Does that have to be direct control? Yeah, I have to direct control. That's fine. An excellent year for manpower. Beautiful. Hello there, bud. You're probably not going to like what I'm about to do to you. But it's called shoving my spear up your rectum. Oh, right, yes. Okay, you are on sieging. That's perfect. There is 5,000 men somewhere, but that's fine. Okay, we've got the colony. There we go. Low crown lands. Not much I can do about that at this second in time. Yeah, I'm going to get there just so it's done. Right, we learned a lesson well over the previous centuries. It is better for a foreigner, be he contracted mercenary or allied auxiliary, to die than a Roman soldier. To that end, we find it prudent to cultivate strong allies and spread wealth judiciously in order to safeguard our own manpower. This truth has not dissipated in the New World. Indeed, we have found it ever more important to court allies and vassals, for we are alone in the sea of rival kingdoms who would not hesitate to hurl us back into the ocean were it not for our skill at making allies out of foes. If we are to rule this the Elysium we found ourselves in, we must not forget that fire and steel only go so far. We can now recruit mercenary companies, and we can do a true nation 5 years earlier. Now that's the biggest of wins. We're now at 1,500. With the completion of this one, that'll be 1495. The only one I am unfortunately not going to be able to do is this one. It'd require one more fort in Ikos. A fort preferably here, so it's not touching Elysia. And then a fort here as well. No, you still have to touch there, so the fort would be best here, which is then touching this one. So kind of against how I like to do things, but, you know, unless I was to, you know, not colonize there and I was to colonize here instead. But, do you know what? Yeah, that's a great idea, Joe. We'll do that. Wait, can I do... have I got Eager Nation still? I don't. I can do 2 colonies at once. Okay, as soon as we've... as soon as this... what's it called is done. As soon as the... this war is done, and we've done the mission where we need to build... oh, actually, no, we can't. The Vikings warriors under our employ have earned a fearsome reputation for themselves over the past few years. Their courage and ferocity on the battlefield has helped us win many a battle against far more numerous Barbari, often snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. In the capital, they have gained considerable influence with the Basilius, who has recently made them part of his bodyguard, much like the Varangians of old. This has caused a stir among the Dinotoi of Constantinopolis, who are wary of having these barbarian foreigners so close to the ear of the Basilius. Whether the concerns of the nobility will be validated or not is yet to be seen. There is little doubt that the power of these so-called Varangians will continue to grow if left unchecked. Ow. Well, it's painful, but, you know, not what we want right this second. Oh, yeah, we are currently, yeah, fleet maintenance is currently, we're gaining money from fleet maintenance. We're also going to lose that in a second. I'm too busy sieging something. It's fine. I'll just restart the fort. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I like how these guys are more aggressive, and this one was the one that... this one is, you know, rebelling. Ridiculous. Control treasury will be really nice, because it'll help our corruption... our inflation go down. And we are paying quite a bit for forts. Now, you know what? Building in more forts probably won't be smart. We're going to transfer that to our vassal. This war will end by me taking that. Sorry, my vassal taking that and a bunch of money. And you will give me a bunch of money too, and you'll also give me war reps. Because I don't want a vassal that far north. That much I can say for certain. A vassal that far north is not interesting to us. You rebelling is interesting, though. I did not know that the Powhatan separatists were interested in rebelling. We're not going to get... Oh! They ran away. Like cowards. Okay. No complaints for me, though. That actually saved me having issues. Beautiful. We are currently losing money, so I'm going to turn off my fort. The only person with an army is currently the one who's just about to, who's now already peaced out. This guy doesn't have an army, therefore this is a nice, quick peace. And like that, we can now build the last building that we need to build here. And it's going to be a barracks in Elysia. And like that, we are absolute chads. And in 15 years, give or take, we'll be amazing. If we can colonize this and then that quickly enough, we'll be more than amazing. Actually, you know what? Recall that guy. Send him there. Because those are the two places I want forts in. Okay, no. We can't afford to do that. Recall, abandon. I forgot it cost double. Yeah, it cost. Yeah, that was okay. Fair enough. I forgot that we're not rich yet. Got Roman noble rebels in over here. What's happened? Well, they're not happy about my lack of legitimacy, which is admittedly a problem. You're still unhappy with me, even though I gave you a province. So to be fair, you do have, you know, we still got loads of stuff to go. That's fine. Improve the capital. We'll use the military as a workforce. That's fine. I'm gonna stop paying the military for now as well to, you know, kind of coax some money back in before we're able to get this done, which will then start helping us make money as well. But for right now, we're pretty much in a... I didn't overextend, but I definitely, you know, extended quicker than I needed to, I would say. Tech-wise, we're still doing pretty good tech-wise as well. We did get shafted with a bad leader, which is very unfortunate. His heir is not exactly better, but here we go. Infrastructure projects. Our nation is already beginning to rival the sad remnant of an empire we left behind, but yet currently it lacks in one major respect: guilds. Within Constantinople, there were craftsman guilds for every art, from blacksmiths and merchants moving the physical world to priests, alchemists, and apothecaries addressing the spiritual and the divine. Guilds are sacred unions of experienced tradesmen passing on their techniques down to apprentices, so that it is not just knowledge, but skill that moves on to their successors. After our landing, our new capital was constructed out of necessity with little thought of future planning. Now that the people are thriving beyond the walls, it is perfect time for